Hello everyone, this is Don Self. We're going to have a mini webinar here about MACRA and Mips. This is a quick one, it's only about 10 minutes long. It's basically titled, Why Should You Achieve a Maximum Mips Score? Why should you even be involved with MACRA and Mips anyway? It's real simple. Because it makes sense. It's going to make your doctors money. It's going to keep your doctors from getting penalized. Yes, I know there are some people telling your doctors that it's not worth it, or it's too much work, or they're going to spend more money than they're going to get, or too many hours spent on this, that no one else is doing it. You have my permission to tell anyone that tells you this nonsense that they're either an idiot or an imbecile. It is worth it. In fact, it would be stupid not to do it. I just did a 90-minute webinar about a week ago. It's a downloadable webinar. You can download it off of shop.donself.com. And it includes all the questions and answers, etc. And it gives you a step-by-step process to make it easy. 8 steps to be able to complete and maximize the entire MACRA Mips for this year, 2017. Now, a quick review. What is it? MACRA is a Medicare Access and Chip Reauthorization Act. There's 2 routes to be able to achieve MACRA. One is through MIPS. MIPS means Merit-Based Incentive Payment System. Abbreviation makes it easy, MIPS, M-I-P-S. The other is the APM, Advanced Alternative Payment Model. That's the second route. It's not a route that I recommend 90% of my clients take. There's a couple of reasons. One is you're going to be limited to a maximum of 5% increase. With MIPS, you can get a 4% to 12% on the first year, plus be part of the bonus program I'm going to talk about. APM also puts your clinician at risk along with the other clinicians that's inside a part of the same APM. That's why I'm recommending that you go with the MIPS process. Now, who needs to report this, by the way? If this is 2017 is your first year to be participating with Medicare, you don't have to worry about it. But if you see Medicare Part B patients and it's not your first year and you're not part of an APM or that you see at least 100 unique Medicare patients this year, or you bill out more than $30,000 in Medicare allowed amount this year, then yes, you want to be part of MIPS because it's going to basically pay for itself. What happens if you don't do anything? Let's say you don't do any part of it this year. Your doctor sticks her head in the sand like an ostrich. You're going to get a 4% reduction in 2019 on your Medicare allowed amount of what your neighbor would have been or what your allowed amount had been had you done what you were supposed to. Let's say you do very little. You only grab one measure and you only get 3 points on that one measure. Instead of 100 points, you get 3. Then you've just broken even. Nothing happens to your allowed amount that year. You do a little bit more, you could get a 4%. If you report a partial year, you could get a 4%. Why not go with the full force? Do everything. Look at a 12% increase. That's 3 times the 4% increase that they're doing. That doesn't even take into effect a bonus. Now, what is it we're looking at? If you report in 2017 and 2019, you're looking at a 4 to 12% increase in your income of Medicare allowed amounts. The following year, 5 to 15%. The following year, 7 to 21%. The following year, 9 to 27%. But don't forget, if you're in the top 25% of MIPS reporters in the country, you're going to get a share of the $500 million. That's $500 million of sharing amongst the top 25% of the reporters. It makes sense to just do what you have to, especially since it's so easy. It's not difficult. What about if you don't have an EHR? Can you do anything? Sure. You can report on at least the quality measures. That's similar to what PQRS was last year, and avoid the 4% reduction, even if you don't have an EMR system. But if you don't have an EMR system yet, my advice is get off the stick. Get one this year. Start using it. If you need help on that, give me a call. No, I don't sell them, but I could recommend something for you. This little snowman right here gives you an idea. If you're at under 3 points, you're going to get a 4% reduction. If at 3 points for this year by reporting, you're going to get break even. If you're up to around probably between 3 and 70%, you're going to get somewhere between 4% to 12%. If you're over 100, chances are you're going to be in the top 25% because there's too many people listening to the imbeciles out there that's not planning on doing anything this year or waiting and reporting only one quarter. So therefore, if you follow what I'm talking about and you're doing what I'm recommending, you're going to be looking at a huge increase this year. How much money are we talking about? I just grabbed an internal medicine doctor practice up in Ohio. I picked one at random. Income for Medicare was about $75,000. So a 4% reduction would be about $3,000. If they're doing everything I'm telling them to do, they get a 12% increase. That's $9,000. So there's basically $9,000 and $3,000, $12,000 difference in 1 year by doing what I'm talking about. It can make a difference in your income. Now, 2017 is a transition year. They're making this very easy for everyone. So why not just jump on board and do it? You have 3 things you're going to be reporting. Quality, that's formerly known as PQRS. That's going to be 60% of the score. It's not difficult to report on. I'm going to show you step by step how to do so. Advancing care info, that's meaningful use. Yes, you have to have a computer to do it. Electronic medical records. If you don't have electronic medical records, then there's some things you cannot do. I know some doctors sitting there saying, I can't believe they're forcing me to get electronic medical records. Come on, doctors, wake up. Knock, knock, wake up. Electronic medical records, if you have those, will allow you to bill out for chronic care. If you're in the primary care field, you're probably looking at anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000 a month, making additional money by doing chronic care on your patients. But you have to have electronic medical records to do it. And then we have something brand new, a new area this year called improvement activities. My advice is get on the stick and start doing that. First step, real simple, assign a champion. Who in your practice is going to do it? Then that person is going to be doing these others. They're going to choose a method to report MIPS. In my webinar, I go through a 90-minute webinar. I go through each one of these steps, step by step, and explain how to do this. That person's also going to review the measures. Which measures do we want to use? We're going to pick 6 of the quality measures. We only picked 6 out of 271. That's a lot to pick from. Some of them are really easy. Advancing care measures. That's, again, going back to the meaningful use type, EMR type measures. Again, all you have to do is pick 5 there from the 15. That's easy. And improvement activities, you have more than 90 of those. Some of those are as simple as, do you see Medicare and Medicaid patients in a timely manner? Yes or no? Bingo. So yes, you got it. Now that you only need to get, a few more of those and you're done. They're that easy. Choose which patients to pick on, to report on. You want to report on the patients that's going to make you look best. If you're going out on a date for the first time with somebody, you don't tell them that you snore, that you drool whenever you don't mean to do, or all of your bad habits. Just like this, you want to report on the things that's going to make you look good. And then someone's going to enter the data into the registry. It's not difficult. Now, if you want to watch the full 90-minute webinar to see all the questions and answers at the end, and see the PDF files, and etc., visit shop.donself.com. It's there to help you, but only if you take advantage of it.